they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Third down, they'll throw with stick. And Ingram hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jacksonville.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hey, dude. Check. He's coming. I'm coming for you, son. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Stick. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's McSorley on first and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That's a touchdown right there.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Throwing is McSorley. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at about the 28. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
On the ready.
Mike 29.
Hey, echo.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
A shotgun throw for Stick. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McSorley, 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Finding Green complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Down. 70. Indy. Hey, Alpha.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Look at me. Score. Score. Hard. Hard. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, Delta. 5.
Now stick. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 start. Hey, pick your game up. Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3. Let's go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here we go. 18 Gator. It's out of time. It's out of time. 80 weapons. 36. Yo, 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 go, 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 Jackrabbit, come on. Now. Mike 29, watch the pass.
Now Armstead. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off play action, it's stick. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Hey, Sam on. Now.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lambo is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Joe Mixon. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. McSorley sets to pass. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Let's go now. 60 or. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 29. Let's set a tone, fellas.
Hey!
29 is the Mike 29.
Stick from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Here we go.
6-6. Bullet high. Get it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's McSorley to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Here we go. 50, plant.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
5.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
8, read.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, boy. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
I'm going to run you over.
McSorley from the shotgun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Charlie.
You don't want it. Rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
Give me some. Here we go. Mike 40. Check.
Now.
Stick looks to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
This is McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yep. Hey, exit. Yeah, check.
On 2nd down, Armstead. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
McCaffrey on the counter. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Greystone, travel. Watch the ready.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Look at me, zipper.
McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They go play action now with McSorley. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Mike 29. Focus, defense, focus.
Stick back to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 2nd down and 4. McSorley. He completes it to Boyd. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Crunch time, defense.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout out.